Hi everyone, it's your friendly neighbourhood dwarf Brom here. New gizmos and gadgets are arriving in Azeroth this coming Tuesday. We're getting a whole new way to get sweet wonderful loot. I have to say that while I have no clue how it works myself, my associate Bob here has made a concise overview explaining the whole thing. I'll pass you over to him so he can tell us how it works. Now, where did I leave my pint? Oh, I think it's right here. Yeah, right. Oh! We're still rolling! Well, enjoy the content. Was that good enough? Hello everyone, my name is Bob. I see you already met my, shall we say, stout companion? Stout? I resent that statement. I'm here today to give you a quick overview of the new gearing system coming in 10.1. While it seems complicated on the surface, I assure you once you grasp the concept, it becomes much more straightforward. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's start with a summary of the new system. Gear has 5 different types, each with a base item level that can be upgraded to a max item level. There are 2 new important currencies, Flight Stones and Shadowflame Crests. Flight Stones are replacing Valor. They are a spammable, farmable currency. However, instead of only getting them from dungeons, these will drop from any form of content, which includes dungeons, raids, world content, which is rares, world quests, world events, and even PvP. Shadowflame Crests are an expanded version on the infusion system that dropped from Mythic Plus 11s and higher in 10.0. There are 4 different types of Shadowflame Crests. These are Whelpling Shadowflame Crest, Drake Shadowflame Crest, Worm's Shadowflame Crest, and Aspect Shadowflame Crest. Shadowflame Crests are used to upgrade the different types of gear I mentioned earlier. You obtain these crests in fragment form, and it takes 15 fragments to form 1 crest. There are multiple ways to obtain these fragments. The first is from raid. Each boss drops a certain amount, and the types change based on the difficulty. Raid Finder will drop Whelpling fragments, Normal will drop Drake fragments, Heroic will drop Worm fragments, and Mythic will drop Aspect fragments. The other way to obtain your fragments is Mythic Plus. They are a guaranteed drop at the end of a dungeon. You will get 5 if you just complete the dungeon, or you will get 12 if you end up timing the key. The type of crest depends upon the key level. 2 to 5 will grant Whelpling crest fragments, 6 to 10 will grant Drake crest fragments, 11 to 15 will grant Worm crest fragments, and 16 and higher will grant you Aspect fragments. So how do we go about upgrading this gear, and what gear can be upgraded? For the second part of the question, just about any, even Questa gear. Upgrading it is a bit more involved, but it is mostly straightforward once you understand the concept. Think of the system as an overlapping tiered system. The idea is to be able to upgrade each piece of gear partway into the next level of gear. So there is some overlap until you get the next level of gear from a loot drop. Notice in this chart how the item levels slightly overlap between gear types. How will I know what type of gear I have, you might ask? Well, just like gear from 10.0 showed what level of raid or dungeon the loot came from in green letters under the name of the piece, in 10.1, gear will also show a word underneath the title of the gear as well. But instead of heroic, normal, raid finder, or mythic, it will say whelpling, drake, worm, or aspect. It will also show you how much you can upgrade that piece and what your current progress is on the upgrade path. I hope this has helped shed some light on this new system that will be implemented in 10.1. I know on the surface it seems complicated, but once you understand the core principles of the new system, I think it will be one of the best iterations of loot WoW has ever had. I'm new to this whole YouTube thing, so if you like the video, feel free to give it a like and hit the subscribe button. I also stream 2 days a week from 6 to 10:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Feel free to go and check it out. That's all for now from me. And me! We will see you next time.